And we're back with an all-new episode of Keep It. It's Ira Madison III on the intro. I'm not in the studio. They gave it to me last week, and then they took it away. And that's item number 75 in my new email to Cricket this week.
They'll read all the items, I'm sure.
Oh, they will.
And I'm Louis Fertel. Hi.
You're back in LA.
Yes, and I guess I should have some sort of a Missy Elliott one-time exclusive. I have nothing to respond to that with. Anyway, hi. Not only am I back in LA, there's a mysterious new backdrop behind me. Ira noted that I look like I'm in the cliffhanger game from Price is Right. I think it's giving Duck Hunt. Also, Duck Hunt, when people would do the skeet shooting option on that game, you knew that they were crazy. Like, that is so hard.
Yeah, that's Sexy Red's favorite game.
By the way, it's crazy that you said that. Oh my God, that's funny. On the way here, I was listening, of course, to Fat, Juicy, and Wet. And
you're obsessed.
I have a problem. Did you know that Siri pronounces her name Sex I Red? Siri, does that sound right?
Siri is racist.
She's like, I refuse to say it correctly.
Let's just say that. And Alexa doesn't even listen to me anymore.
Oh, wow. She's got a brand new attitude.
I got a Amazon. So it's not an Echo. It's like the swivel one.
Okay.
Where like it sits on your countertop. If I lived in the suburbs or I had a kitchen island.
Oh, okay.
It would rest there, and it gives you recipes and like gives you like news updates throughout the day or whatever.
It's Giada De Laurentiis fantasy. Oh, I love talking to things in the kitchen.
I just use it to play my music, and she stopped paying attention now.
Wow. She said I've had enough.
Yeah, she doesn't really even play anything anymore. And so I'm throwing her out. It's also weird having a Siri Alexa household.
I also feel like when you throw this thing out, that's how the movie The Wild Robot begins. And then it just starts going all over the Amazon, making friends.
Well, it's going to make someone cry.
Okay.
I haven't seen it yet, so.
Oh, a good movie. And do you know who voices The Wild Robot? Lupita Nyong'o, which...
she loves doing anything besides being on screen.
Does she audition poorly? What's the deal? Why is she not on the screen more?
I don't know, baby. She's a Black woman.
I mean,
they don't put us on the screen.
Write that think piece.
Okay? They don't put us on the screen.
Okay.
Black women.
Okay.
Let me tell you about my audition for Girls Trip 2. And they made the cast all white. And I said, wow, you don't even want us anymore.
That would be very wild. Who would be? Okay.
Can you imagine Girls Trip 2 is all white?
It's just like Kristen Bell and her butts. Yeah.
It should be set during the same movie, by the way. The original Girls Trip. They're wandering past the black cast and they're like, these women are loud.
Oh,
manager?
Oh, it's fully like Back to the Future too. Like we see the events of the first one. I see.
Yeah.
Okay, but speaking of the past and revisiting it, I of course just got back from my trip where I saw Broadway shows every day, most of which I believe Ira you have seen. We discussed some of them with Juan A. Ramirez the other week. Just to add a couple of quick impressions to this. One, Death Becomes Her, totally fun. Everybody should really go see it. The only thing I'll say about it that I'm surprised I haven't heard more often, it took a little while to get to the potion, which is really the beginning of the story. So I was sort of waiting for that. But the two women, Megan Hilty and Jennifer Simard, fabulous. And Jennifer Simard, the way she's like murmuring through her indignities the whole time, it was really giving Madeline Kahn in a way that I'm surprised I didn't hear more queens say. Because it was really that, what's up, doc? Like, oh, it's bubbling under, something's happening to me, like that kind of vibe. And, that's much different than Goldie Hawn in the movie. So I was surprised to hear that, surprised to see it. That was great.
What's Up, Doc, the musical? Should we get that?
Ain't nothing wrong with that idea. Excuse me, the entire premise is luggage gets mixed up. That should be on the stage. Come on.
Should it be her and Lea Michele?
Oh my God. You think she's just entitled to Barbara roles now?
I think she cornered Barbara.
Well, let me just say, I think
with a gun.
If we remade Nuts with Lea Michele, now we're cooking with gas.
Okay.
Being psychotic on the witness stand, that's for Miss Michelle.
Yeah, I agree with you actually, because Jennifer Simard, I don't think people are mentioning just how much she makes that character her own.
Yes.
Megan Hilty is hilarious and very fun, obviously, but she's a mix of what you know Megan Hilty to be, and then also Meryl Streepy.
Yes,
but I think that Jennifer is just truly amazing. I can't wait to see her in more shit.
Yeah, the line deliveries and the like faux operatic delivery of the music too is also very funny. I think the best thing I saw all week was Purpose, the Pulitzer-winning play, which is a follow-up to is it Brandon Jenkins Jacobs or Brandon Jacobs Jenkins?
Brandon Jacobs Jenkins. You went to the cookout.
Uninvited. I showed up in my visor and shorts, it's such a traditional play in that you walk in, you see a living room set, and you're immediately making predictions. You're like, they better have a fight at that table. Somebody better come down that staircase in the middle of the night. You know, you got your August Osage County, Edward Albee fantasies, and they all come true. Kara Young in this, who is the who is a supporting role, a visitor to this household where she's sort of taking in the dramas that are happening. She is now a 4-time Tony nominee in the featured actress category, and I am obsessed with her. She's
so
sensational
good
in this play. And in his last play, Appropriate, there's a character who kind of is similar, who like visits the household that is taking it all in. This character is way better, way funnier. I just had a blast the entire time. So if you're looking for just a romp, that's a play, absolutely go see that.
Yeah, I think that what I love about Brandon's work too is that he's sort of takes his earlier work, by the way, is much more like absurdist.
Yeah.
So if you want to see like read like Octoroot or something, like his work is crazy, but he's gotten now more into just giving you classical theater, but then deconstructing it. Appropriate was sort of the same thing. And then that deconstructed sort of like the white family drama, you know? And then they had all these secrets and you find out, you know, like the father was in like the KKK or whatever. Like it's very creepy play that dissects sort of white history in America. And then this one dissects, you know, like the black family drama. You think it's very August Wilson, you know, you've got this family and, you know, they're going to have some dramas, obviously, but what they're actually fighting about becomes so much just a satire, I guess, of, you know, black excellence and like
the politicalness of being a family.
Yes. And then also like the stuff when it gets into like autism, etc. It's just such a play that's really sort of appropriate for right now.
Yeah, right. It's a lightning rod in a lot of contemporary ways. I want to say that I saw maybe Happy Ending, which I thought was the best stage design I've seen in a musical in quite some time. Michael Arden, who my pal from LA, is a genius. It is unbelievably well directed. Darren Criss, fabulous. Helen Shen, fabulous.
He'll be happy. You've seen it.
Yes, that's right.
He's listening.
Oh, that's right.
He's listening.
People were saying like, oh, he seemed like, oh, he was like debating with you back and forth. I didn't find him salty at all. So
imagine him being salty.
No, he's on Glee. That's illegal. You can't be salty.
He's on Glee, the street drug.
Now, Gypsy, I'll say this. I love seeing a musical that looks like it is plucked right from 1977. Like it is a vintage play in every sense of the word. Audra, of course, gets a gigantic acting moment at the end when she reveals the gnarly, twisted mind of Mama Rose. Though I have
Rose's
to say
turn.
This. Yes, right. Her turn is psychotic. Here's the thing. It's almost a little too deep for the musical. Like it's sort of like if in Aladdin the musical, Jafar had a song where he reveals he's neurodivergent or something. It's like, are we getting away from the fun?
Like, you have some thoughts about Jafar?
Yeah. You know Jafar's my girl. I thought she was good, but at the same time, it was getting away from the fun of the musical. You would never watch that version of Gypsy and say, that's the best musical of all time. Because it kind of... It lost like the whimsy and the brassiness of it, I think. And of course, like you can't teach Ethel Merman-ness, but I think there's something about Audra that's ultimately a bit too prim. So I'm still voting for Nicole in that category.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it yet. So that's on my list. I need to get tickets to Gypsy. I fucking love Audra McDonald. As you know, more people need to be watching her in The Good Fight. She was amazing in that.
Yes.
But I would say that I saw all the New York Times posts about her, you know, and it was giving, all the photos were giving very much Viola Davis at the end of Fences. And I was like, damn, is that Gypsy?
Yeah, no, right. Like that kind of stricken face, that kind of like the whole world has come at me vibe. Which again is kind of true to the text and then also kind of not. So I'm like mixed on that. But one last thing. Mostly I loved what I saw this week, except for I saw the picture of Dorian Gray. Girl, I hated this production.
Oh,
I thought she is obviously a marvel. It's also an athletic feat. I call it the Irony Man triathlon, what she goes through in this play. It's like constantly moving around. Here's the thing. It's not just that she's playing all these different characters in the picture of Dorian Gray, the famous Oscar Wilde book. She's also doing the narration between them. Like she's literally quoting passages of the book in quick at auctioneer speed. I'll just say this. Nothing about Oscar Wilde gains impact by being sped through. There's so much wit in the play that are in the book that you want moments to like kind of breathe and like kind of absorb the sophistication of what's happening. But I kind of just thought it was aggressive, came at you like an assault. And after a while, she was speaking so quickly. And again, that's very impressive. But she was speaking so quickly, it was incomprehensible. I had no idea what was even being said. And why was she rushing around? So she could get into like a small little kiosk and play with Snapchat filters to get into like the themes of Dorian Gray. Snapchat filters. Was Banksy consulting on this? It was just like, I hated all the creative decisions. I just didn't get it at all.
I mean, listen, maybe it was the experience of hanging out with Oscar Wilde at a salon where he's doing a line.
Yes, which we all have. We've all been there.
Yeah.
Some of us got sent to Reading jail. Some didn't. And Ira and I survived.
The importance of buying your own bundle. That's the question. Wait, you saw, by the way, Sarah Snook is how we pronounce her name.
Oh, okay. She's been snookering us with that pronunciation.
Girl, the snookers were all up in the YouTube comments again. And I'm like, get a life. You cannot be talking to me about this woman every week.
Don't snook up on me like that. Let me just say her name and mess it up.
Okay, they're acting a little like the Snook KK. That's what I'm going to start calling them.
Okay,
They're everywhere. Wait, didn't you boop this week?
Oh, and I did boop. She is magnificent. Well, I mean, like, let's talk about the degree of difficulty of playing Betty Boop in a 2.5 hour long musical, which, by the way, is my one problem with it. It is too long. But she takes a character that is essentially a GIF and turns it into this thinking baddie, but like conscientious. You know, there's that Sharon Clueless quality. Like she's smart and ridiculous. That kind of balance. But never a false note. And I just love her mannerisms. Like she'll do like the this thing like Betty Boop and you're laughing and the line readings are funny. And there's just a sweetness and earnestness to the play that never gets cloying. They really strike something really impressive with that play. And by the way, that theater was not that filled when I saw it. And people need to be seeing this musical. Jasmine Amy Rogers is a top tier talent. And I wouldn't be mad if she won the Tony, even though I am in the cult of Nicole, as I said.
No, of course. I mean, listen, the Tonys, I feel, rarely have big upsets like this. But if this were the Oscars or something, you could see Nicole being sort of this front runner and then Jasmine Amy Rogers just snatching it.
Right. No,
like
I mean,
the new young ingenue on Broadway.
I mean, it literally is like the 1950 Best Actress race where Gloria Swanson's up for Sunset Boulevard. And Betty Davis is up for All About Eve. We'll say that she's the Audra in this situation. And then who wins? Judy Holliday, the high-pitched comedic role a la Jasmine Amy Rogers in Boop. So it's been done before.
Ooh, it might happen. Also, I've never thought of Audra McDonald as Betty Davis. And now I'm getting ideas.
She could do All About Eve. Because like her take on in Gypsy is very resentful. So, and like the resentfulness is obviously key to Betty Davis's performance in All About Eve.
Finally, about Boop, Ainsley Mellon. That lead,
my God.
He's so hot.
By the way, lots of sexy men in that cast. My friend Christian Probst is in that.
Actually, yes, I love Christian.
Yeah.
I surprised him by seeing the show and during previews, and he was like, "You were shocked that I came to see it." I was like, "Baby, I went to see Bad Cinderella for you," which actually I loved.
I also
not a drag against Bad Cinderella. I
is
actually
Bad Cinderella
wish that show would come back.
Andrew Lloyd Webber?
It is.
Was it? Yes, right. No, and it was really good, which, you know, is not really Andrew Lloyd Webber's thing.
You know, don't you come for my king. Okay? You know I love Phantom.
King. Let him
I love Phantom. A singular musical. I do want to say that musical was originally just called Cinderella on the West End, right?
Oh.
And then for the U.S., the producers were like, they got to know Cinderella's bad.
Well, also, we already have that one Cinderella, the Rodgers and Hammerstein.
Ain't nobody thinking about those
I love that.
Were
musical.
they?
In my own little
By
corner.
the way?
Don't denigrate Leslie Ann Warren culture at me or Brandy culture at me. Yeah.
All right, what is happening this week?
Oh God, ultimately too much. First of all, we have a whole Europe section of the podcast today where we're going to talk about the new
Good day.
That's Australia. Good guess. And that will be we'll be talking about the Eurovision winner. And we'll be talking about what's happening at the Cannes Film Festival. And let me tell you something, the girls are clapping, and that could mean that the movies are good, or they're just lying to us, which has happened before.
They love to clap there.
They're like Vanna White. They're like standing up and clapping. That is what they do.
All right, we will be right back with more Keep It. Keep It is brought to you by Factor.
What do I like about getting meals delivered? Not cooking. I don't know if you know this. I don't have adult skills. The extent of my talents is speaking into this mic. I don't even hit the record button. There are people over there that do that. I just speak and then have to eat eventually. And that's where Factor comes into play. Make this your best season yet with nutritious 2-minute meals from Factor. Factor meals arrive fresh and ready to eat, perfect for any lifestyle. Just heat up and enjoy and spend more time doing what you want to do instead of what you have to do. With 45 weekly menu options, and they're good options, you can pick gourmet meals that fit your goals, choose from Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, Keto, and more. Factor powers your day with satisfying breakfasts, on-the-go lunches, premium dinners, and guilt-free snacks and desserts.
It's easy to savor more this spring. Factor meals pack in the flavor with none of the fuss. And if there's anything I hate, it's fuss.
Oh, number one.
What are some of your favorite meals?
I always get the honey mustard chicken. I honestly get lots of different chicken dishes. That's the protein that speaks to me. I'm not a salmon eater. I never really learned salmon. Are you a fan of seafood growing up in the Midwest?
I love seafood.
Really?
First of all, catfish.
Yeah.
Perch. Beautiful. And salmon, I really do love. I get a lot of the salmon dishes. I love a seared salmon. Yeah.
We have nothing in common. Get started at factormeals.com/keepit50off and use code keepit50off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's code keepit50off at factormeals.com/keepit50off for 50% off plus free shipping. And that's 50.
Keep It is brought to you by Armor Colostrum. This is going to give 2000s movie narrator, in a world that's constantly changing, your health shouldn't be up for debate. From the latest wellness trends to the chaos of modern culture, we're always questioning what's real and what's just noise. Is this the Matrix?
But one thing is certain, your body wasn't designed for the nonstop stress, processed foods, and environmental toxins of today's world. Armor Colostrum is nature's original superfood packed with over 400 bioactive nutrients that fortify gut health, strengthen immunity, revitalize hair growth, and fuel performance at the cellular level. Because no matter where you stand on the latest hot topic, feeling your best is never up for discussion. Armor Colostrum has thousands of benefits, including strengthening immunity, igniting your metabolism, enhancing your skin radiance, and so much more.
We've worked out a special offer for our audience. Receive 15% off your first order. Go to tryarmor.com/keepit or enter Keep It to get 15% off your first order. That's tryarmra.com/keepit.
Typically, this is an America First, Australia Second podcast, but with the Cannes Festival and Eurovision hitting their high notes last week, we're setting our sights across the pond to discuss all things Europe.
I like how you check to make sure I'm in pain. He looks away from the text and at me with glee.
We'll start with Cannes, which I'm sure a standing ovation is still going 7 minutes too long. Let me tell you something. They clap so much there. I'm just like, let's get Cannes to the free clinic.
I mean, truly, it means nothing anymore when they stand up and clap for something. Again, it's like because the celebrities are in the room after these premieres or after like the credits start to roll on these movies. And so it's ultimately for them and not because of anything they experience watching the movie. Also, picture clapping at a movie. Have you ever?
People do it.
I'm just saying, you know what? That's funny that I bring that up. One time when we had the screener for 20th Century Women, I was with two of my friends watching it in a house, and we actually clapped at it afterwards. We loved it so much. So I guess it is possible.
Listen, I clapped after Thunderbolts.
To whom?
to my friends.
Oh, okay. You just love friendship. Actually, I heard that movie was really good.
It actually was really fun. Honestly, the people next to me when the movie was over, they were like, "We love your laugh. You were enjoying it." And I'm like, "Okay, is that a read?"
It does feel a little bit like, shut up. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, we all had a good time at the Thunderbolts. I enjoyed it. So, Con.
Yes. Con, whatever.
Well, the first thing to talk about is that they switched up the attire rules.
Yes.
No more see-through. They're tired of seeing hoo-has.
Which is, I kind of feel like the whole reason we do red carpets there, so that, ingenue type people, the person that's coming to mind is Rooney Mara for some reason, can wear gossamer. But they had different ideas about decorum.
Ingenue Ellis also loves a see-through gown.
Oh, my God. She needs to come back on this podcast. She's a brilliant interviewee.
I feel like this was mostly to get at the influencer types because people love using this red carpet for a moment. It's really just about doing stunts at this point, because does anyone really care about this festival?
And also, it's just like the movies don't come out here for so much longer. So I feel like you can only greet all of these movies with indifference, especially since the critical consensus of so many of these movies, once they finally come out here, and obviously the movies go through alterations a lot of the time from the time people see them in Cannes to the time they come out here. It may as well be a totally different movie, and the audiences are totally different and have less reason to be obsessed with the movie, because a lot of the people who are giving you reviews from Cannes are also talking to the celebrities. So like if they openly hate at something, then they're not gonna, they're jeopardizing their relationship with that team.
They're ginned up and they're greasing the wheels. Like Ari Aster, Eddington came out at Cannes this year, and it's I saw Beau is Afraid, and people tried to tell me that was a good movie before it came out. And now the pretty much consensus is that movie was a mess.
It was,
but you would have never believed that from the festival circuit before. And I'm just getting reports of Joaquin Phoenix is brought to tears by the standing ovation he received. And it's like, yeah, they all just want to be around him.
Right. Also, there's something about Cannes in particular where a lot of the applause goes to movies that are quote unquote audacious. And then once the movies actually come out here, I think we generally see through whether or not the audaciousness actually paid off.
That's a really good word. I love audacious.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The girls aren't audacious anymore.
Well, a review of my book from Kirkus called it audacious.
So people just don't know the meaning of words anymore. Okay.
All right. Moving on.
We have Kristen Stewart is making her directorial debut this year. And let me just say about Kristen Stewart, something that needs to be said way more often. She is awesome at being interviewed.
Yes.
Our friend Kyle Buchanan, Keep It legacy visitor, has interviewed her a whole bunch, but he just interviewed her about this movie she directed, and she's like, I'm actually unnerved by the fact that I'm not getting more pushback on it, or like getting criticized, etc. It seems like it's going over really well. And by the way, I love her kind of low-key, sarcastic, lesbian, sinister vibes behind the camera. Who's doing that?
She's over it. She's been over it. She's been over it since Twilight. She's been over it since people were papping her in the car. Yes. With the director.
Oh, that's right. Forgot all about that.
One thing about Kristen, she's always going to serve you taste down. I was scrolling through Instagram this morning, and she was interviewing Imogen Poots, who is in her movie.
Oh, yes, which is called The Chronology of Water, by the way.
Yes, they were just... you know what? I wonder if it's a sequel to The Shape of Water.
You're now reminding me, of course, of 73 Questions starring Donatella Versace.
Of course.
On 5 different questions, she's asked what her favorite movie is, or what she's thinking about lately, or what her philosophy on life is. And she keeps going, The Shape of Water.
If maybe Imogen is fucking that fish. Someone has to.
Oh, my God. You're reaching into the Keep It annals for you fucking that fish. Yeah.
But they were doing an interview, just a discussion really for Letterboxd, and they were talking about their 4 favorite films, obviously. And Kristen's films were fantastic. She did Morvern Callar by Lynn Ramsey.
Mm-hmm.
She had Angela, which is by Rebecca Miller. She had A Real Young Girl by Catherine Breillat. And she also had Le Bonheur by Agnes Varda.
So she said it's going to be a distaff list. She said ladies only. Meeting in the ladies' room. She's going to climax with 2 X's.
I think it was also movies that were sort of inspiring her for this one.
Got it.
And yeah, and Imogen Poots actually surprised me too. She had Cleo from 5 to 7 by Agnes Varda.
The Agnes Varda classic, yes.
Yes. She also picked another Agnes, Vagabond.
Never seen it.
Yeah, I'm like, she loves that woman. And she picked An Angel at My Table by Jane Campion.
Every Jane Campion movie I've ever seen is tremendous, including that one.
Yeah. I thought you were about to say traumatic.
There's a little bit of that too.
Right. And Badlands, Terrence Malick.
Oh, which is fabulous.
A great movie.
We talked about that with Sissy Spacek when she was here, if I'm not
mistaken.
mistaken.
We did. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome performances too. I'm more of a Days of Heaven guy. And also, when you look at Mr. Richard Gere in the 70s, painfully hot. It's like Mel Gibson in the 80s. Some people were just painfully hot. Like, how could we even stand to look at them?
Oh, Jesus, make me a gerbil.
Man, we plagued that man with that fucking joke for like 15 years. That was like the J.D. Vance couch fucking of the day. Richard Gere did something with a gerbil.
And that was back in the day. So you mean it really had to be, I miss word of mouth celebrity rumors.
Yes.
But now something is on the internet and everyone will run it into the ground.
Yeah, or debunk it quickly. Yeah, right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But the gerbil shit, and that's a celebrity rumor that you would hear, or like Marilyn Manson removing his ribs.
I was
right?
going to say the same thing. Yes.
That is shit that would, I like wonder how that stuff parsed into the world. Like it had to be like AM like radio, or like it had to be like something like a Howard Stern, or like the random channels that someone like people listen to when they're driving late at night, and then like they hear it, they tell their friends, like you overhear it as a kid, your parents saying it. Because I'm like, how did this stuff parse through the world pre-internet? And I'm saying this as a person who we lived through pre-internet, obviously, but we weren't in the world as cultural critics and people consuming culture as adults back then. So how was it done? Who was first talking about the gerbil?
And also Marilyn Manson had the other thing, which was that he was Paul on the Wonder Years. And it's like, that actor, Josh Saviano, was simply around. He could have said, it's not me. I don't know why that went on forever, but...
she doesn't have what I can. Sorry, she doesn't have what I have. She's not me.
Very good. Wow. Haven't heard that song in a while. Haven't heard that in a while. Let's see what else here. Juliette Binoche is heading the jury this year. Taste. She also came on here on Keep It not long ago and scolded me for asking her about the movie Damage because Jeremy Irons was an asshole.
Now, I knew you were going to get some pushback from that because she is always like, I hate that man. I can't believe you forgot that.
That movie is too good. If you haven't seen Damage, that is the best erotic thriller of all time. So much better than Basic Instinct or Fatal Attraction. This is like, the culture has failed you by not bringing this movie to the top tier. So go ahead and correct it and you'll see what I mean.
Maybe it's just because she doesn't like that experience from that movie.
I'm sure.
So
yes.
she just like never talks about it, which is why it's never really been in the cultural conversation.
Yes.
Because I feel like a Basic Instinct, they're always going to be talking about that movie in interviews, etc., and you can get, nostalgic moments from it. If the actors don't want to play ball, you're never really going to talk about the movie.
No, it's shock a lot to remember, and she doesn't want to go back there.
So, what is juror number 1 up to, Miss Juliette Binoche? What she's been doing at Cannes?
Well, she's apparently been dodging questions about Cinema Figure's Gaza open letter at the Cannes press conference. That said, I don't really know what answer you'd want from Juliette Binoche on that subject, but
she's just in the kitchen with Dinah most of the time. Like, what else would she be saying about anything?
Elsewhere, we have directorial debuts from Scarlett Johansson and Harris Dickinson. So the attractive pale people are making movies.
Okay, first of all, I have been in on the ground floor with Harris Dickinson.
Yes.
Okay? You too. Beach Rats.
I remember discussing it. I liked it more than you did. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that movie. But he's hot in it.
Quite.
So I was on board, and then obviously he's fantastic in the Ruben Östlund film.
Triangle of Sadness.
Yes, the name was escaping me, but I remember I remember my Scandinavian king.
Right.
And he's fantastic. And which reminds me, we did not even talk about The Square with Elizabeth Moss and that scene with the condom, which is hilarious.
Yes. Oh, that's right. I wasn't here when you interviewed Elizabeth Moss. How was that,
that's
by
right.
the way?
She was actually quite lovely.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's the. Oh, speaking of that, Tom Cruise is at Cannes too, and also like the articles about him
getting
like,
photos with everybody. By the way, it's like this is a meet and greet.
No, by the way, that's okay. Go ahead, Tom Cruise, and do that. Can people stop being awed that Tom Cruise is nice? They'll be like, he was talking with the concessions people for 10 minutes. It's like, well, he is like a human being. It's not like it's impossible for him to speak to other people. It's like people can't get it through their head that he is pleasant to talk to or pleasant to be around once he's like sets himself forth in the public and, you know, is not in that giant blue building on Sunset Boulevard.
Oh, you mean the Celebrity Center? I don't think he's ever even been in that damn building.
I always am wondering,
honest.
but that is the Celebrity Center, right?
They do have he's above that.
Okay.
I feel like who's at the Celebrity Center? Okay, probably Danny Masterson probably loved the brunch there.
He's still there somehow.
He's locked up.
I know. I wonder if he requested, can I just be in the blue building though? You know, he's like, it's the same thing.
It's prison. No, he's sort of been like the grand dame of Cannes, to be honest, because you know, like the recent Grammys, where everyone had a selfie with Beyonce. This is giving. I've like the amount of people who popped up dropping on their Instagram, like The Weeknd dropping a photo with Tom Cruise. I'm like, he's just there for everybody.
Yeah,
he's promoting the fuck out of this movie, and I love that for him. But no, getting to Elizabeth Moss, you weren't here for that. I forgot that you weren't here for that interview. So she told us that she listens to the show.
This podcast, the one we're on right now?
Yeah, she does. And she was like, she had like started listening to it like maybe a year or so ago, but she maybe a couple years ago, but she listens to it. And she said that she was listening one time, was like in the kitchen, like she heard her name on it.
Oh no.
And she was like, what? And she was like, don't worry. It was nice. It was me like
warning us that we were nice about her. Okay.
She knows.
I mean, she's an incredibly talented woman. She's the kind of person I am surprised I haven't seen on stage yet.
Yeah. She's been on stage.
That's what I mean. I haven't seen her. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, maybe she'll step into Boop.
That would be a hell of a move for her. Yeah.
But it was really just me yapping about how much I love Invisible Man.
Oh, yeah. I love Elizabeth Moss in that movie, Shirley, where she played Shirley Jackson, the writer of The Lottery. Underrated performance.
Yeah. So you know what else was happening at Cannes? Jeff Bezos and his big ass yacht.
Right. And his wife got some sort of environmental award and he delivered himself there like he's David Geffen on his yacht straight from Vanuatu or wherever they go.
It's just so funny because, first of all, it was a bachelorette celebration occurring also for Lauren Sanchez that weekend that Ava Longoria was part of, because Ava Longoria is, I guess, part of her bachelorette party.
Okay.
It's just the page 6 is like Lauren Sanchez stepped out with gal pal Ava Longoria in the lead up to her big wedding with Jeff Bezos. They were also hanging out with Katy Perry and Kim Kardashian. This is like the new bimbo apocalypse.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Rat Pack. I was like, please don't.
And of course, I'm not calling them bimbos. I'm saying that you remember page 6, bimbo apocalypse with Paris Hilton.
Yes.
And Britney Spears.
Lindsay Lohan.
And Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yes. There's currently that's what they called it.
I love
page 6 was the headline.
Nothing makes me laugh more than vintage tabloidy headlines just slut shaming. Like when there was the famous Madonna one I think it's from her photo shoot for the Justify My Love single. It's Immaculate Collection era. And the headline is just, what a tramp.
Yeah. There's also a musical about that page 6 story off Broadway right now, written by Patrick Foley and Michael Breslin. They did Circle Jerk.
Oh, Pulitzer nominees.
Natalie Walker's in it.
Oh, God, do I love her. Natalie Walker, if you don't know her, I think maybe her most famous video she ever did was singing the alto parts of All I Want for Christmas Is You. And it's just like making noises in the background. It's really funny. But she has deep musical theater knowledge and is hilarious in general. So look her up.
You know what? Speaking of that Madonna headline too, I know that Kate Arthur, who's on Variety now,
yes,
when we worked at BuzzFeed together, she was really trying to track down this old Page Six headline, which like people believe was real because they say they've seen it, but there's no record of it online. Do you remember the alleged headline of her being trussed up like a turkey from Sean Penn?
Oh, yeah, right. Because then
the fight they allegedly had at their house, but then the rumors that, they had all of the headlines and stuff scrubbed from the internet.
And
but
it feels like she recanted some of it or whatever.
She did recant it all.
Yeah, right. Because, that doesn't linger.
But I feel like someone would have that paper like on eBay or something.
It's crazy that there's any part of media that was printed out that we still cannot fucking find. It is really wild.
But the whole Jeff Bezos can thing was basically that he was, he brands himself as an environmentalist, and he just sort of was there in this huge ass yacht, which is, gas guzzling.
I wish I could say there's a reason to root for this man, but I'm coming up short. By the way,
I do think she's a diva, though.
Oh,
I'm like kind of coming around on Lauren Sanchez. I think that she is, she's serving weird, she's serving Kant, if you will.
Sure.
In a way that the other people in her entourage sort of aren't. I feel like her post-Jeff era, or maybe she'll stay with him forever. Who could say? But yeah, I'm maybe turning around on liking her.
I have a trivia question for you about the Cannes Film Festival. In the 21st century, only one person who has won the Best Actress Award at Cannes went on to win an Oscar. Do you know who it is?
Jennifer Lawrence?
Zoe Saldana in
Oh,
Amelia Perez.
Perez.
Yes, I want to say that Carla Sofia Gascon also won, and also Selena Gomez won. It's so crazy.
That's right. They all won. And we
Yes.
were talking about, oh my God, these actresses are killing it in this movie. Like, can't wait to see this fucking movie. And then Amelia Perez came out, and we were like, what were they smoking at Cannes? Like, y'all smoking up in here? That is
so
what Cannes
crazy.
does, by the way.
Yes.
Cannes is delusion.
I mean, again, audacious, right? It's a crazy movie. So, oh my God, I can't. I mean, like that Carla Sofia Gascon. To think of what she. Has gone through
Selena
since
getting
then.
an acting award for that movie.
And she was. You know what? She's fine. It's just not acting award worthy. You know what I mean? It's not really like a super complex part. Even she has one big number.
Teen Choice Award, maybe. MTV Movie Award worthy.
Sure. And one last note about Amelia Perez. She has reared her head again because I'm hearing that the new movie at Cannes from Titan director Julia Ducournau, Alpha, is the Amelia Perez of the AIDS crisis. Cannot wait to see that one. If anything needed an Amelia Perez, it was that.
Let me tell you something about Julia Ducournau,
Mm-hmm.
okay? She is always cooking, okay?
Well,
she is always up in the kitchen because her movies, they're just, look at the letterbox ratings on her movie. It is so wild. The swing of, it has every rating imaginable. It's not slanted towards amazing, not slanted towards bad. It's just truly wild. You either love this bitch or you hate her. And Alpha is... The girls are talking.
Okay, good. But I mean, like, that is exciting in a way until I see it, and then I'm just mad. But the idea
I don't like
into,
Raw. Well, actually, I haven't watched Raw because I'm not scared by a lot of things, and not uncomfortable by a lot of things. And I love the Saw movie, so it's weird that I wouldn't watch Raw. But I don't know, something about people just biting into flesh is just not for me. But I love Bones and All, so I don't know.
I mean,
maybe I like Raw.
That wasn't
if I like
really
Bones and All,
horror.
would I like Raw?
Yeah. I've never seen Raw. I don't know. But no, I mean, like, she's given that kind of Cronenberg vibe, right? Like, you know, I think some people watch it and think, oh, that's a one-of-a-kind experience. And other people are simply thinking, what is wrong with this person? Which is what I think when I watch most Cronenberg, including Dead Ringers, his best movie.
Yeah. I have listened to a little more personal Raw, though.
Oh.
Taking it back to Lindsay Lohan.
Is that the one with rumors on it?
No, that her original with rumors is Speak Now.
Oh,
the
yes.
one a little more personal Raw is Daughter to Father.
Of course. I still cannot get over her song First, which goes I Want to Come First from the Herbie Fully Loaded album. And guess who was fully loaded? Her.
Baby, Herbie always crosses that finish line. Okay?
Gross, Herbie.
And know that about Herbie. When you are in the driver's seat and you put on your seatbelt, Herbie gets across the line first, okay?
Oh my God, cars shouldn't be able to lick their lips. I'm sorry. There's something about a car with a face I can't handle. And I'm talking about you, Lightning McQueen. I'm talking about you.
How else is he going to guzzle that gas?
Moving on.
Moving on to Eurovision. That's also happening in Europe. And let me tell you something. I was hiking in the woods this weekend in the Catskills, just enjoying nature, as you will. It was one of my favorite things to do. Everyone knows that about me.
Oh, yeah, you're real Bob Ross.
And I did not really pay attention to anything going on with Eurovision. But Gabe Liedman sent a text because we talked about Eurovision a lot in the Q-Force writer's room. So he sent us all a text about the winning song, which was from Austria this year.
And I'm sorry, Austria kind of needs a new thing. They only really have Red Bull going for them right now.
And it is a pretty good song.
The vocalist JJ has this very kind of operatic trill, and I think at times it overwhelms the song, and it's something I don't really want to hear. But I think it's also the prime kind of song that wins Eurovision, which is it has one distinct thing you remember about it, which all the other songs tend to wash together, which reminds me of my new take on Eurovision, which is I really look forward to it for the visual spectacle, because the staging things they come up with are always novel. It's always interesting, and fun and goofy. Whereas the songs themselves, I tend to forget and I don't revisit.
Yeah, well, I'm really excited that JJ has a sort of second act to his career. He dropped the Fad as the last name, and now it's just JJ. But Wasted Love, let me tell you about these lyrics. I'm an ocean of love, and you're scared of water. Baby, that's cooking. Those
it's a housewife's tagline. It's a housewife's tagline.
What else is he saying in this song? You don't want to go under, so you let me go under. I reach out my hand, but you watch me grow distant. Drift out to the sea and far away in an instant. You left me in the deep. I'm drowning in my feelings. How do you not see that? Now that you're gone, all I have is wasted love. Okay.
Not trying too hard to rhyme or have any real meter whatsoever, which is fine.
No.
But also, he matches the vocal. It's a very, it's kind of purple prose, but when you sing like that, it's appropriate.
Yeah. So shout out to Austria.
Sure. And, Vienna. I know I can eat a baked good that's amazing there.
Has some other questions about Eurovision though. Are people still mad about Brexit, or is the music that bad? Because for the second year in a row, the UK got 0 points in the public vote.
And I would say they make a lot of good music. So that does feel a bit puzzling. Yes.
They're pressed. And Israel's still, goose-stepping its way through the competition.
Also, I was reading I had forgotten why they were originally involved in Eurovision. It's very complicated and strange. It's like it has to do with Eurovision.
Like most things involving Israel.
Yes. Yeah, no. But it is always like a record scratch when you see that they're involved in this. It's like, what? Why?
Why are you here?
Yeah. Do something else. Aren't you guys busy?
Anyway, that's all I know about Eurovision from this year. Sorry.
Again, I appreciate that I will at least remember this song, even though it's not one of my favorite winners of Eurovision. And it was very cool to see a hello from Celine Dion, who, of course, made her grand international debut on Eurovision with the winning song years and years and years ago.
Yeah. I really hope that they don't mention Eurovision in the YouTube promo for this, because someone's going to be mad in the comments.
Right. No.
They did not talk about Czechoslovakia this year.
Czechia actually had some amazing dancers. I will say that about them. But
I mean, how was Cyprus this year? Because I still remember my favorite Eurovision song ever, which is Fuego by Eleni Ferrou.
I love that song. Yes. And of course, it didn't win because the thing you love doesn't win. I will also say this year there was a particularly wide spread of where people were throwing their votes. And it is it's funny that we have a competition about this because the taste about what song is best is just so random. You know what I mean? It's just like what it's almost like I wish everybody would come together and like have a debate and then somebody wins, but just randomly throwing points at stuff. Like you're constantly questioning the intention or where people are coming from or what they're voting for in a song. You know, so Eurovision really has some mystique to it. And I wonder if the giant elaborate point system ultimately serves the competition best. I don't know.
I mean, it would flop in America too, because look at the Billboard Hot 100.
Well, that's part of my keep it. So we'll get to that when we get to it.
Oh, okay. Is Shabuzi back on it?
Did he ever leave? I'm sorry. He might just live there. Yeah.
I thought his song was called Last Call.
He had a couple drinks left in him.
Okay. Oh, sorry. It's a bar song, Tipsy. Who has the song Last Call?
Is that Morgan Wallen?
Is it? Well, Tinashe has one. But it is. Last Night is Morgan Wallen,
right?
Who, by the way, has a new album called "I'm the Problem." We know,
yeah, right. We done heard,
and he has Tate McRae and Post Malone on his album. The Tate McRae song, boring. The Post Malone song, boring. Don't put people I love on your album and to make me listen to it, and then the songs aren't even good.
It's almost like I would have something to say about this in my Keep It segment. Maybe we'll get there.
Oh. Okay, we'll be back with more Keep It, but before that, some housekeeping. The Cricket Store has a bunch of great new merch, including new designs for the iconic friend of the pod tee. Iconic! But the merch isn't all that's new. The entire Cricket Store just got a big makeover. But don't worry, it's a good makeover, not a cutting your own bangs after a breakup makeover. All Cricket merch is now made from higher quality, more durable materials with modern fits and more sustainable manufacturing practices. See the new site and grab a new friend of the pot tee at the same old URL, cricket.com/store. Also, on June 10th, I am hosting a live one-night-only event at the Tribeca Festival, a live taping 30-year anniversary show of This American Life. I'll be interviewing Ira Glass. That's right, 2 Iras on one Tribeca stage is giving Ira squared, and you won't want to miss it. People keep calling it Ira Squared to me, actually. And so I'm like, we maybe should have just called it that.
Could it be IRA, IRL? I don't know. I have lots of options I can pitch you.
It was very funny being on a Zoom call with Ira and the production team. And one of the producers really kept saying, Ira Glass and Ira Madison. I'm like, oh, yes, you're saying our full names because we both have the same name. I've never experienced this before. Like people who are named John or Ben or something, they experience it in their friend groups all the fucking time.
No, if I meet another Lewis at a party, I leave the party. I'm here to bring that energy. Yes.
Yeah, we don't need another Lewis. We don't need another hero.
Synonyms, yes.
Anyway, tickets are on sale now at tribecafilm.com/thisamericanlife. That's tribecafilm.com/thisamericanlife. When we're back, it's Keep It. Keep It is brought to you by 3 Day Blinds. And let me tell you something. Low quality blinds suck, okay? They're always falling off. There's always sunlight peeking through. And when I don't want to see the sun, I don't want to see her.
That was originally in the Nosferatu script and they cut it. So thank you for reciting it verbatim.
Cynthia Erivo's bringing it back when she plays Dracula.
Her. That's nice. It's 2025. Are your blinds still from 2005? There's a better way to buy blinds, shades, shutters, and drapery, and it's called 3 Day Blinds. They are the leading manufacturer of high-quality custom window treatments in the U.S., and right now, if you use our URL, 3dayblinds.com/keepit, they are running a buy one, get one 50% off deal. We can shop for almost anything at home. Why not shop for blinds at home, too? 3 Day Blinds has local, professionally trained design consultants who have an average of, and this always blows my mind, 10 plus years of experience.
Damn.
Wow. It's like grad school. That provide expert guidance on the right blinds for you and the comfort of your home. Just set up an appointment and you'll get a free, no obligation quote the same day. As we always say, there's 3 Day Blinds in the Crooked offices, and the lighting in those offices are just right. It always feels like you're in a Nancy Meyers movie at all times. You know, like the light peeks in, hits all of the flatware just right that's hanging. Because, you know, those guys are always making a skillet of some kind.
Now, who's the Robert De Niro in this scenario?
Oh, gosh.
And who's the Anne Hathaway?
Anne Hathaway. Oh, okay. Anne Hathaway is,
the bitch who needs to find love.
Oh, well, Jon Lovett also, because he's always trying those jokes. You'll get there. Are you not very handy? DIY projects can be fun, but measuring and installing blinds can be a big challenge. The expert team at 3 Day Blinds handles all the heavy lifting. They design, measure, and install, so you can just sit back, relax, and leave it to the pros. What I like most about 3 Day Blinds is they make sleep easier. You know, I sleep on an amazing mattress, but I also have amazing blinds, and that's what provides you with the Radiant Man, giving you ads today.
I can sleep with my casket open because of 3 Day Blinds now.
Oh, you have like a Wednesday Addams-like existence?
Yeah, get a breeze.
That's nice.
Yeah.
With 3 Day Blinds, you choose from thousands of options that fit any budget or style, and with actual samples, you won't be guessing about what your blinds will look like. 3 Day Blinds has been in business for over 45 years, and they have helped over 2 million people get the window treatments of their dreams. So they are a brand you can trust. Right now, get quality window treatments that fit your budget with 3 Day Blinds. Head to 3dayblinds.com/keepit for their buy one, get one 50% off deal on custom blinds, shades, shutters, and drapery. For a free, no charge, no obligation consultation, just head to 3dayblinds.com/keepit. One last time, that's buy one, get one 50% off when you head to the number 3 dayblinds.com/keepit.
Keep It is brought to you by Ava. And I'm not talking about Ava Maria, my favorite song.
Oh, Ave. Sorry. Took me a second.
No, Ava Maria is a new song from Ava Max.
That is probably not true.
But would anyone know?
You should never be on the game show to tell the truth. I'll see right through you.
What's the last time you struggled with understanding credit?
Well, I just want to be clear. I still don't understand it. It's not really about understanding to me. I simply participate in it. But that's actually why Ava is so great and why we're happy to tell you about Ava. Ava is a credit building app that makes it super simple to improve your credit fast so you can get better rates on loans, pay off debt faster, and keep more money in your pocket. Instead of waiting months for a secured card, Ava is instantaneous, it's simple, affordable, and it really works. Most members see their credit go up in less than a week. The Ava card gives you credit up to $2,500, and you can use it to pay your existing bills and subscriptions automatically, then just sit back and watch your credit climb.
Ava reports your on-time payments to all major credit bureaus every day to help you build positive credit history quickly. The longer you stick with Ava, the higher your score can go, which is really helpful if you make on-time payments.
Oh.
Yeah.
Novel idea.
I got to work on that one.
Okay.
But joining Ava gives you access to all of Ava's credit building tools starting at just $6 per month. For just $6 a month, you can potentially save thousands. And there's no credit check, no interest, and no fees. You know what my first instance of knowing what credit was? Layaway.
You don't say.
Yes. Layaway is when you can't afford what you're getting right now, but you put it, you get it, and then you continue to pay towards it.
I was just watching that movie One of Them Days, where this is a whole storyline.
Yeah.
Very bracing. By the way, that movie is hilarious, and it came and went.
Yeah. And listen, credit, you need credit to basically do everything. I'm going to be looking for a new apartment soon, and the credit has to be popping. Mm-hmm. And so Ava, she's helping a girl out.
Ava is the highest rated credit building app with thousands of 5-star reviews. It's the only credit building app rated excellent on Trustpilot and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. Don't let your credit hold you back another day. Grow your credit score fast with Ava. Download the Ava app, spelled A-V-A, yes, like the movie, today. And when you join using our promo code KEEPIT, you'll get your first month free. The offer is only for our listeners. Get the Ava app and use promo code KEEPIT to get your first month free. That's promo code KEEPIT, thanks to Ava. And now go get yourself some good credit.
And we are back with our favorite segment of the episode. It's Keep It. Louis.
Yes.
What's poppin'?
My Keep It this week has to do with the fact that, okay, Memorial Day weekend is upon us. I'm doing my thing I do, which is go to Palm Springs. As you know, I'll listen to British trivia on YouTube the entire way there. It's a transcendent experience for gays and I guess a couple of straight people. I won't see them, but they'll be there. So I'm putting my life together, packing my bag. I have everything I need. 4 swimsuits in the colors of sky blue, baby pink, black, and navy, the 4 legal colors I may wear as someone of fair complexion. I also have my books of trivia that I will bring to my household and read aloud as they make food. I can't make the food. I will be, I'll bring my SPF 175. I'll bring general witticisms, hopefully. And then you know what I won't be bringing because we don't have it? A fucking song of the summer. Surely this is somebody's job to find a song that we can be dancing to on Memorial Day weekend. You will recall that last year we had Espresso lined up Somebody picked it for us, and then we like slithered on down to the pool and danced and talked about caffeine. It was great. The year before, we had Padam Padam. Not one of Kylie's best songs, but whatever. You can kind of thump to it at a club and not think twice about it, and good for Australia. This year, we have nothing to go off of, and so I thought to myself, well, I'm going to go ahead and find the song of the summer. I know where I'll go. The Billboard Hot 100. I go there. Excuse me. It is only Morgan Wallen this week. He is 36 or 37 of the top 50 tracks. Who is listening to this music besides like the bad guys in the movie Boys Don't Cry? I do not know who this is for. It's not me. I'm not moving to this. And then I looked up another list of just what's going to be the song of the summer. One list suggested that Charlie XCX's Party for You, which is a 5-year-old song that has like come around again on TikTok, is now the song of the summer.
Iconic song.
Excuse me, where's the hook? Excuse me, where's the flirtiness? These are things that come, necessarily with the song of the summer. Like California Girls, oh, we're dancing in the sun and we're being flirty. Espresso, we're dancing, it's hot out, we're being flirty. This song is sort of just like a run-of-the-mill Charlie XCX song. And by the way, she already had her whole summer. We named it after her. It was called Brat. So I need an option for this summer. And by the way, if I hear Espresso, that's doubly depressing because it feels like we're just resorting to last year's. It's like if we didn't have a new Miss America or something, we're like, oh, that one's still sticking around with a tiara. No, we need something new.
Well, let me tell you about a new song that just dropped, which is, baby, it's for the streets, it's for the clubs, it's about the clubs.
I have the distinct feeling you're about to tell me some bullshit. Let's hear it.
I don't know if you've heard about a collection of people named the Smurfs.
Oh my God. No, not
Rihanna's
that
friend
song.
of mine. Girl, it's so good.
Girl, it's not anything. Excuse me.
It's for the club.
It's for the club. She sent a voice note out. She said, here it is. That's it. That's all she does. She's taunting you with non-music.
It is, first of all, it sounds exactly like a song you would hear at 5 a.m. in the club. It's very tribal.
Okay.
There's sparse vocals.
Tribal. Actually, I was going to go with cracky, but okay.
Actually, my friend McCadsky played it at Wire Festival at Knockdown Center this weekend, and it went off. I'm like, oh, I think the word here is deja vu. Just met you tonight, but you feel like a friend of mine.
That
and
is
she
literally
just says, feel like
the whole
a friend
vocal.
of mine 20 times.
Could she have spent 6 minutes in the booth?
She's taunting us at this point.
No, she said this is as close to music. She's like, turn this into music. I had this idea. Go ahead. Put a drum machine behind it.
You know she got a fat ass bag for that song too.
Oh, from the
Probably
Smurf
like $3
soundtrack?
million.
No, right. No, she's Papa Smurf now. Papa's got a brand new bag.
I can't believe you hate this song. You're going to love it. You're going to hear it. And you're going to hear it in Palm Springs. And if you don't hear it in Palm Springs, you're going to hear it in Fire Island.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's very New York-y, like club and like Fire Island music.
Got it. Yeah, well, I think we gave her too much encouragement with that Wakanda Forever song, which we did nominate for an Oscar, and I believe
that song sucked.
Is technically not even a song. I think she was just riffing one day and someone recorded it. But anyway, Ira, what is your keep it?
Yeah. So my keep it this week goes to cookbooks.
Oh, okay. Anyone in particular? Are you mad at Anthony? Is he still putting peas in guacamole?
No, Anthony's just talking about his apartment on in interviews. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know she cooks anymore. But no, I'm just talking about cookbooks in general from people who aren't really chefs.
Oh, sure.
And I'm saying this because I'm thinking about so there was this era of people becoming popular online, TikTok, Instagram Reels from cooking, right? And you remember COVID.
Oh, yes.
And all these people got incredibly famous and got a lot of followers, and then they all got book deals. And now all of these cookbooks are coming out from basically internet chefs who aren't really giving you anything. All the cookbooks are sort of the same. They're all just sort of, okay, but what does this food taste like? Because where's your training? And I'm not saying people need formal training to be a chef, but it's just like, where's the restaurant you've worked at? You know, where can I taste this food? And a lot of this food is just like, okay, you've seen it on Instagram. I have no basis of whether or not this is actually good food, you know?
Right. I can't believe people actually write down the recipes they see on Instagram. Like, I like the physical media of it. Like, I like salivating like Odie from Garfield for a second, but then I don't know that I would actually imbue these people with like professional. I would entrust them with my opinion. Who knows what kind of smoke and mirrors are going into this dish?
Well, I think people just like to be told what to do. People like curation.
Yeah.
They like lists. That's why they listen to this show. But I also think that you're just getting all of these cookbooks that are just sort of, people are just cooking the same fucking thing too. And it's not giving, you know, where'd you get this from? Did you get it from your grandmother? Did you go to, I don't know, Augie's Counter in Crown Heights every week and just eat the tuna melt all the time, and then you decided to whip up your own version of a tuna melt? Like, I feel like that's what's happening too. It's giving a lot of thievery too.
Yeah. Something about even just people who get famous on the internet making a book. It's like, I know you're not reading a book. This is a lie. This is a perpetration already.
You got something to say to me?
Yeah. No, you're reading constantly. Yeah.
I'd be reading.
Sure. No, you're like Belle. You can't stop. Yeah.
Oh, baby, the library is open, okay? I am Belle. I got a lot to say to those townspeople. I've heard what they've been saying about me. Belle is sort of giving you Missy Elliott in Gossip Folks when she gets with the beast, right? Because she's like, I know y'all soggy breast cow stomachs ain't over here talking about me. JJ Fad wannabes.
JJ Fad's second appearance this episode. I also want to say, my friend Jennifer Morrow, a Jeopardy veteran, had the funniest take on Beauty and the Beast, which is, in this library, there's so many fucking books, and yet it takes place in the early 1700s. So she's like, half of that would be really gross erotic fiction about somebody named Mrs. Fanny. Like, there were no famous books yet.
Baby, Mrs. Chatterley, she was all up in it. Okay?
Right. That's a 20th century book, but yes, right.
Oh, what
Her
was
spirit.
the early Lady Chatterley? Oh, it was what's his name? He had all the porny books.
Oh, Marquis de Sade.
Chaucer.
Oh, no, Chaucer. Oh, you're saying yes. The Canterbury Tales, yes.
Yeah, baby.
Somebody was getting it delivered in their Canterbury Tale. You know what I'm saying?
The Canterbury Tales.
Stop the episode. Move along.
All right. That's our episode this week. Just so you know, you're probably going to say keep it to us because we don't have a show next week.
Yes, I guess we'll be recovering from our festivities without a song of the summer. So just pray for us.
Yeah. Remember what we used to do when we'd be off? I was reminded last week by someone. They were like, remember when y'all did clip shows?
Oh my God. Like what we were like a Norman Lear sitcom from 1977.
That was nasty behavior.
Yeah.